Did you know that you can record your deductions for you on the ATO app? It's free to download from the Google Play Store or the Apple Store on your Apple phone. Download the app, search for the ATO app on your particular store, whether it's Google or Apple. And once you've found the app, like it is here, click install and it will download and install the app for you. Now, this app is more than just deductions. It includes being able to link directly to your MyGo profile. But for just recorded deductions, you don't need to link it. And we'll go through that in a second. So once the app's downloaded, find it on your phone and go into the app. Now, it will go through a few instructions for you. And as I said, it offers the option to log in and to connect to your ATO account, but you don't need to do that. So for the for the time being, we'll skip that step. And you'll see here the home screen. Now on the home screen, you can see the My Deductions button, and that is where we enter our deduction. So we'll go here, and you can see here just some notes on how it works. Now you can set that up to automatically back up to your cloud storage, which is something we recommend. That way you won't lose your records. So I'm just going to show you here. I'm going to connect it to my Google Drive. Obviously, I'm already signed into my Google account and connect directly to it. So so that is not a mandatory step. It's just something that we recommend to do. Now, one last setup step you can say is whether you're an employee or a sole trader. The app is obviously not designed if you have a business structure in place, such as a company. It's only designed for employee or sole traders. I'm going to choose that I am an employee. And now that I've set that up, it will go to my dashboard for my expenses that I've entered. So you can see here on our dashboard, there's three types of expenses. There's our actual expenses that we record. We can record our work-related usage of our car, and we can record our hours worked from home. You'll also notice that it defaults to the current financial year. Now we're in April 2026 when I've recorded this, so the current financial year is 25-26. You can also go back in time if you are trying to record expenditure relating to a previous financial year. So to add a new expense, we click on Add New, and I'm going to start by adding in an actual expense. So there's a few things you can enter in here. So we enter in the amount and we enter in the date. So it'll default to today's date. So obviously if it's for a different date, you go in and change the date. And then we can add a description of what the expense is. Once we've entered all that in, we can take a picture of the receipt. Now this is important because we need to keep our records of our expenses. So that's why taking a picture of your receipt is important. It is optional, but this way, if you take a picture, you don't need to make sure that you've kept that receipt lying. You don't have to go and find that from where you've left it lying around. So once we've entered all those details, we can save this. Now you see here, you do have the option to say, is it claimable or not? We can make that determination for you as your tax agent. So it's not doesn't matter too much if this is correct because we will make that determination for you. So now that we've saved a actual expense, let's go in and enter some details for a work-related vehicle trip. So we're going to add a trip on our car. Now we'll add that using this button here. Now, as this is the first trip I've entered in, it's asking me for what my car is, what the rego is, what type of car it is, just so you can save that profile. It's not overly important for this to be accurate. We'll ask those questions anyway when we do your tax. So we enter those details in, save that as our default car. Now we can enter a trip. Now there's a few different options of how you can do this. You can enter in the kilometres manually, or we can go in here and specifically enter the address that we started at, enter the address that we finish at, and the app using Google Maps or Apple Maps will calculate how many kilometres that trip was for you. So I'm going to enter the address details where I started and where I finished, and you can see how it's calculated for me. But I know that I took the scenic route to and from my destination, so I'm going to override this and put in manual kilometres and say that my trip was 90 kilometres each way. It's a return trip. And then we just need to make sure that we also put in a description, and then we can save that trip. You'll see here that the app also allows you to actually use it to create a logbook for your vehicle. I'm not going to go into that detail in this video, but you can check out other videos about why you might want to keep a vehicle logbook. Lastly, you can use the app to enter in details of your working from home hours. Now, with the ATO, with working from home, the ATO has simplified it significantly for all of those people that are lucky enough to work from home. What you can do is you can just total up the number of hours you work from home and use an hourly rate that the ATO has calculated, and that covers you for your internet, electricity usage, mobile phone usage, etc. But even though they have simplified it, the ATO does expect you to have records that show the hours you work from home. Now, that could be timesheets, you could get an Excel spreadsheet, or here I will go into, you can use the app for it to record your time worked from home. Pretty straightforward. We just select the date. It's obviously going to default to today's date. We click Add New, and we enter in our start time, we enter in our finish time, and we enter in how much time we took for a meal break, and then we save. And obviously, the app will work out, if you've done that for multiple days, how many hours across the year you have worked from home. So then when it comes to the end of the year and you've been recording all of your expenses in this app, you can simply download a summary and send it straight through to us as your tax agent, and we can enter these details into your tax return. And there's no running around trying to find where you've spent money, what you've spent it on, where the receipts are. It's all there for you, easily extractable, and ready to go when we do your tax return.